Welcome back everyone to VCT Pacific Stage. For today's round, we have Talon Frost and Ben on set. Let's begin by hearing from both on your thoughts on the game.
You want to go first?
You can go first.
Went exactly as we planned, veto and everything. I thought very big improvement from both Jip Boys and Surf, which I was really happy about. So the Thai fans are going to be really happy about that one. They carried us so hard. I thought Governor, I'll call him Peter. So if I say Peter, everybody should know it's Governor. I thought Peter played so well. I think his decision making in certain late round scenarios, I wasn't happy with. So we're going to go over that in our review, but I was very happy with their performance, and I was obviously happy that band could basically talk his shit now.
For me, I think this is probably the worst series I've ever had in terms of the last 4 games. But like just playing against my old teammates, definitely emotions are there, even though I might be experienced. Definitely the emotions were there. But the second map, I think, kind of came down, and I think I trusted my teammates a lot this specific game, and I think it's going to help us in the future.
Right, for Frost, close game on Lotus with a narrow win today. Tell us what was conveyed to the team in the last 2 rounds to see off T1.
That was actually a good question because there's something very specific to timeouts that I'm going to keep privately. I'll just say that there was a player on our team who had a big last round. Basically, we kind of forecasted what he was going to do with an ability, and it worked out to perfection. But that was what we were talking about, was we've been doing something one way the whole game. We need to now change this and be ready for this. And it just so happened to work out later. We drew it up.
This question is for Ben. T1 was your previous team. What do you think what do you think is wrong with the team this season?
Honestly, I think at this point, it's definitely maybe the players, or something has to change. Coaches, something has to change, because I mean, I can't really judge upon what's going on in that team, but I think it's more onto the fact that they're not meshing well and lack of chemistry. And in terms of our team, we struggled with that a lot, and we're starting to kind of understand what each other wants to do throughout the tournaments. And yeah.
This question is for Coach. Walk us through your thoughts behind the map veto today. Are you surprised with T1's map veto?
Nope, we exactly what would happen beforehand. We've been pretty on point with this. Our plan for Lotus changed, obviously, because I think I have the best Neon player in the world that nobody knows about, but I need him to get out of his own fucking head, and I'll leave the reasoning to myself on that one. But I think he's the best, and I think he gives me a competitive advantage, and I'm very happy that I can. So I said this in the pregame interview. They interviewed me upstairs. Sorry, I forget the panelist's name. My bad. I'm a jerk. But I have the luxury that, I have Governor, I have Jit, and I have Ban, who I think are 3, if I'm being honest, 3 big surprises for me, because, on my previous teams, 100 Thieves, Secret, Furia, everybody kind of knew who were the stars of those teams and kind of like had an idea already. Coming in here, I didn't really know, I didn't know if Governor was going to, farm. Sure, he did great in America in tier 2, but that doesn't necessarily mean when you move to a different region, you're going to have the same success. So for me, having the ability to have Ban turn into basically Forsaken, and I could throw him on any map, on any role, allows comps basically to be very different. And that's what you saw on Lotus today. Bind, everybody told us to stay away from Bind against this team, and we kind of felt like, no, we didn't have to. We played a mirror comp. I feel, in my personal opinion, that I have the better IGL, and I have smarter players in terms of their utility usage. You can see that basically throughout the entire series, that the way we're using our ults and our abilities is way different than theirs. And we're getting kills off ours. They're still getting their kills off of aim duels, right? So that's why we weren't really scared of Bind. And on Ascent, we had a game plan for that too. So we would have, no one's going to know basically if it would have worked, but I'm glad we can actually get a 2-0 for once. Unlucky.
This question is for Ben. With DRX likely to be the first team to make it to the playoffs, which other 5 teams would you predict will join them? How would you rate your team's choice at this team's chance at this point?
I think it's pretty high, but the job's not done yet. Obviously, we have to beat Team Secret, so just gotta focus on the next match.
Yeah, the system kind of sucks, actually. The fact that they can have 2 wins and actually qualify in our group at one point, all of us could have been 4-1 and it would have been really bad. So, yeah, we got to win and get in. So that's our mindset. I'll second what you said.
For Frost, how are you going to prepare your next match against Team Secret, which swiped PRX with a clean 2-0 yesterday?
Yeah, that's a matchup thing. That's not Team Secret is not better than PRX. That's a matchup thing. As for how I'm going to prepare, obviously can't tell you, but I will say this: we destroyed them last time. And by the way, you guys should show this to Secret players and coaches. We destroyed them last time, and then while 2 people played very poorly, we still almost pulled out a victory. So we're going in with a lot of confidence, and at the end of the day, they can 2-0 PRX. They're not going to 2-0 us. So good luck to them.
That's all for pre-submitted questions. Now we'll open up the floor for live questions.
Yes, we will have an app from the spike.gg.
Hey guys, congrats on the win. My question is open to both of them. I would like to know, when coming to this matchup, how well the team prepared for this game specifically, and what do you think you guys worked upon the most during the break after Madrid and before split, which helped you guys to get this success right now?
I think we prepared pretty well for T1, and in terms of like the comps and stuff, I think obviously Hector had a lot to do with it, which is Frost, and I think the fact that we practice a lot, like probably like 10, 11 hours a day, and I think it's starting to finally show.
Yeah, we've been grinding a lot. I will say that this was probably the best week of preparation, and I don't know if it was because this was a revenge match for Ban and for Governor, but obviously both of them were really locked in. Obviously, they may not have had the games they wanted, but on a personal level, I thought we practiced so well this week. So I was so confident coming into this matchup because of that, because that's very different than what I've been experiencing the last few months. As a matter of fact, I've been very frustrated because I thought that our practice habits weren't there, and particularly I think our professionalism in scrims really started to get to me, and there was a lot of yelling. So yeah, this week was great in terms of preparation, and we're going to need as good a week this week to beat Secret. So, I hope this continues.
Thank you, and all the best for the next matchup against Team Secret.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that's all the questions we have for this Scrum interview. Thank you guys for joining. We'll be back shortly with our next Scrum.
Thank you.